Welcome everybody to the Top Back Podcast. We're back again with another Mandalorian review, and this time we're going to do the Season 2 finale. Before we start the video, me and Mike would just like to thank all you guys who are actually following us on all platforms, so TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. We really appreciate all the feedback. We're having a lot of fun conversations with all of you guys, so thank you guys for your support, because we're starting to see some results, and it's a lot of fun, so thank you guys.
Shout out to everyone listening, following, and liking our shit.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap up 2020 with today's review.
Yeah. And shout out to the people internationally, too, because I see you guys. Like, there's some people in Tunisia, in the Bahamas. I don't know how you guys are finding us, but thank you guys.
Tatooine also.
Yeah, so in this episode, we're going to cover the Mandalorian Season 2 finale, particularly the rescue, but we're going to do a little bit of Chapter 15 first. So, Mike.
Yes.
The Mandalorian's done. We're finally done with Star Wars for a while. What'd you think about the last two episodes?
Last two episodes.
Okay, let's just do Chapter 15 first. So
Okay.
The Believer.
Okay, yeah.
I'm going to be very brief with this episode.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Chapter 15, The Believer. Last episode we saw that Baby Yoda, or Grogu, still getting used to the name, got kidnapped, and Mando needs the help of everyone. This episode particular, he needs the help of like Bill Burr's character, Mayfeld. So Bill Burr.
Mix.
And the episode starts off with him like in imprisonment, like he's a prisoner now.
Yep.
And his number is 34667. They kept fucking saying that shit. That was so funny. And then Cara Dune like is doesn't really like him because he's an Imperial. And there's a little of that tension between them.
Yeah.
And then hop on the ship. And at first you're just like, okay, where is this gonna go? This is like a weird kind of group. But by the end of the episode, like it was a squad.
Yeah.
Everybody did their part.
It was. I was actually a little surprised by Bill Burr. I was anticipating not to like him in this episode because I didn't really like him in the first season.
Who didn't?
No, not really. Because he's Bill Burr all the time. So it's kind of hard. It's really distracting when he's in any show because he acts pretty much the same.
Yeah, every single time.
Every single time.
And he had an interview with Conan O'Brien a couple years back.
You did?
And he said that he didn't like Star Wars, and he explained that growing up he was like one of those kids that didn't get to see it, and so and then he saw it as an adult, and he's just like, what the fuck is this?
Oh.
So and it's like classic Bill Burr. He was just like just being Bill Burr. He didn't give a fuck about it. He was talking shit about it. Like, why is there so much fandom? And now he's like
he gets it now?
He's a pretty big character because Jon Favreau actually wrote this character for him. Like, hey, I got this.
With him in mind?
Yeah, with him in mind. So, like, through a mutual friend, I was listening to Bill Burr's podcast, and, like...
He has a podcast, too?
He has a podcast, too. So, everybody goddamn has a fucking podcast. But Bill Burr, Jon Favreau recommended this role for him, and he gave it a shot, and then after, like, he got hooked. So, like, he admitted, like, he takes everything back that he said, and now that he's in the lore... He loves it now.
He loves it. Yeah, Bill Burr, Miggs particularly, he got a little more sympathy for me now because in this episode specifically, there's a little more characterization with him. You find out that obviously the Imperials, they destroyed his city of like 10,000 people over wherever he's from. I think.
I don't know if it's where he's from or it's just like the place they were trying to like take over because he was part of Imperial. He was. I don't know if he was on the front lines. I forget, but he's just involved with something where like he fucking hated what the Empire was doing.
Got it.
And the whole episode, he was like basically saying that there is really no difference between like the Empire and like the Republic. Like there's still people that are being conquered, and there's people that are conquering. So it's. I love that Bill Burr brought that to mind because it's like, yeah, there's wars, but there's still people suffering regardless whichever side you're on.
Yeah, the casualties who are, even though Bill Burr's character is not like a good character, but there's still like people who get caught into the war that are just like completely not supposed to be part of it. So
an Asian kid number 7.
Yep.
Asian kid number 8.
We're gonna do an Asian count. I'm gonna make a video. I swear to God, every episode, with the exception of Ming Na, there's an Asian person.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to Jon Favreau, but I don't know what you're doing. Why are you doing that?
Got the Asian persuasion.
Yeah,
fetish.
they give a lot of attention to that every single time. But this episode is just it was a filler episode for me. I watched it once. I didn't have no desire to watch it again. Like it was a cool. Like Bill Burr had a really cool moment at the very end when he shot the tank and then the whole base exploded. Yeah. But as far as the story and whatever, it's predictable. We know exactly what's gonna happen.
There's a lot of plot holes. Like every episode had its plot holes, but you know how they go under the tunnel and there's other tanks that are delivering the rhydonium. Right. Like that must have been at least 5 minutes in the tunnel of like them taking over, Mando changing, and them catching up to the other group. I'm like. But when the explosion started happening, it wasn't too far away. It was only like a block away. So I'm like, there's some like inconsistencies here. Yeah. Like against the pirates that were trying to take on the tank, like it was a good fight scene when he threw the fucking thing at him. But I like that the TIE fighters came. I was like, oh, I didn't expect that. It was cool to see the TIE fighters, like even though they're bad, quote unquote bad, they did save them. And then you want to get to the last scene or like the dinner table talk?
Oh, with I forgot his name though. It's the commander, right?
Yeah,
or one of the superior officers.
Yeah. Prior to that, Mando took off his helmet. Yeah. And then like he had to get scanned. And then I think the guy that was the commander officer, he's the Night King in Game of Thrones. For all the Game of Thrones fans,
I never watched Game of Thrones.
And then like it was like a tension scene.
It was actually the tension was actually pretty good.
I was like, oh shit,
because he asked him what was your call sign or your TK number.
How are you gonna get out of this, Mando?
I was also okay, they're gonna get into a fight, but then Bill Burr came and saved the day. Yeah. So Bill Burr's character, he's quick on his feet. I like that about him. So it's a good contrast to Mando, because Mando was like, he was pretty shook. Like he's like, what am I gonna do? How am I gonna get out of this?
It was dumb too, because like maybe the commander wouldn't have seen you if you had your helmet on.
Exactly.
And like I'm pretty sure like the rest of the fucking base knows if you're somebody different.
Exactly.
So that's another plot hole.
Yeah. But I liked it. It was a good conversation. That's when we were talking about the Empire really doesn't. They have no care for the people who are not like. If there are people that get caught in the crossfire of their war, they're not really caring. And he was saying like, those people that sacrificed themselves, he's talking to the stormtroopers that participated in whatever. That's true. And they treat them as expendables.
Like you're called heroes, but do you even really give a fuck about their livelihood?
And they're not heroic. Heroic. Yeah, they're not heroic at all.
Yeah, so I love that he like took his shot on him, took his shot on the base, and he's like, I just want to be able to sleep at night. Yeah. So he got his revenge, and like, he's not a good character or a good person per se, but like you understand where he's coming from because he's a realist.
A little bit. Yeah. And it's classic Star Wars too. It's the whole invading or infiltrating a base and then going into disguise.
Yeah, it's like a video game.
Yeah, it's typical Star Wars. So. Yeah, it's a good episode, but it's obviously just a transitional filler episode for the next one, which we're going to get into now. Yeah. Actually, sorry, there's one moment at the very end.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so Boba Fett. That's what I'm going to talk about.
In chapter 15?
Was it 15?
No, that's the last episode.
Okay, I'm going to cut that
In the last episode of chapter 15, Mando sends like a transmission. Like, you don't know what, like, that kid means a lot to me. You don't know what he is. Like, he's basically threatening Moff Gideon. I'm going to fucking get him back. Okay. Yeah, that's the transmission. And then it goes to chapter 16.
Okay. I was going to talk about when Boba Fett used his...
the ship.
The classic... I love that effect, though, when it's like silence and then just like a big-ass boom.
Boom! Yeah, episode 2.
Yeah, episode 2. It was a nice callback to see that. I really like that Jon Favreau added that because it looked great.
It makes everything like prequels, original and sequel, like all kind of flow. Nice.
They're coming together a little bit. Okay, so
chapter
16, The Rescue, season 2 finale. Okay, I have mixed feelings about this episode for a lot of reasons.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let you start.
It was exciting. It was exciting.
It was exciting.
It was a roller coaster of a ride. The episode starts off with them taking Dr. Pershing back, the clone engineer. I really didn't understand it. Now I'm thinking about it. Why did they get him? Just to know what they're doing with the kid. Didn't they already know where the cruiser was? They had the coordinates.
I think they wanted more specifications of where he's located in the
ship.
Yeah,
you're right. Okay,
yeah.
So he did serve a purpose.
It's a humongous ship, so.
And the guy was like talking shit about Alderaan. It was like a back and forth between him and Cara Dune, and like she didn't give a fuck. She just shot him in the face, and I was like, yeah, this episode, no one's holding back.
Yeah. I have a little gripe with this episode as far as the action, though.
Really?
I was not impressed with the choreography. At least in the first, like, 2/3 of the whole episode.
I have a specific thing why I don't like why they were shooting.
Why they're shooting?
Because they're all just shooting, like, one-handed on one arm.
Yeah.
There's no, like...
Yeah.
Aren't you supposed to, like, be holding two?
Yeah.
Maybe that's just Star Wars
You
thing.
talking about the blasters?
Yeah, like, isn't it, like, more military, like, more strategic military? Like, aren't you...
Because after we watched the episode where Boba Fett really fucked shit up, I liked how the stormtroopers operated in that episode. That's how I imagine, or that's how I want the stormtroopers to be like. It's supposed to be more militaristic and strategic. This one, they're just like...
corridor running again.
Yeah, it's like it's Star Wars Episode 4 again. It's just like you guys are useless when it comes to blasting, and this is your base. You would think you would know how to navigate shit.
Yeah,
and they're just running and getting shot every single time. Just like
true.
They're not taking cover. They're just like running into the fire all the time. So it's like it's not exciting.
Yeah, they were probably just saving the action just for the dark troopers.
I'm sure, but like when Ming-Na, what's her name, Fennec and Cara Dune were fighting, it's just like it's very slow. Like they didn't get hit once. It would have been nice to see them at least get shot in the arm or something.
Yeah, like no one took any damage until Bo Katan at the end or something.
And Cara Dune's just walking into the line of fire and she's not getting hit at all. It's like these stormtroopers are just terrible. Like it's not funny anymore.
Yeah.
It's like you guys need to up your shit a little bit.
Matt has a very valid point. Like, because again, it's on a ship, and
it's
like,
in closed spaces. You can't miss really.
And like Cara Dune, like her gun was fucked up. So I'm like, you guys couldn't like fucking just aim everything at her. Right. Why are you still worrying about Ming-Na? She's obviously like taking her sweet ass time.
Yeah, and I could have sworn the ship was designed to, like when you fire something, I think it's supposed to reflect or do something.
Yeah, off the walls.
Yeah.
So
I was sworn they did that in the first.
Like the Han Solo reference or something like that. Maybe like in the trash pit.
Yeah, I think that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, excellent point. I think. So I also, when the episode was going, I didn't know they were going to recruit Bo Katan, but obviously like.
No, they have to bring her back.
They have to bring her back because of the Darksaber. She's such a like. She don't give a fuck.
Yeah, she doesn't give a fuck.
She really feels entitled to Mandalore. She lost the Darksaber, and I think that was like subtle hints. Like, yeah, she's not gonna fucking get it. Like, I don't think she's deserving of it at this point. Like, we need to see some growth in her too.
Yeah. I was also a little surprised that when they recruited, what's Sasha Banks' character?
Reeves,
Reeves, and Bo Katan. I'm like, I'm pretty sure there was
where's the dude?
Yeah, where's the third guy?
Yeah,
like how come we didn't join?
I don't know if they just wanted a female squad to lead the way.
Yeah, I noticed that right away.
Yeah.
It's like it's just Mando and girls, which
Avengers.
is fine. I like it.
Oh, these are like great, strong characters.
Yeah, it's fine. It's obvious, but it's fine.
And then I love the little tension between like Boba Fett and Bo Katan and then Sasha Banks' character.
Yeah, I thought that fight scene was pretty cool.
Yeah, she did like a WWE tornado DDT.
Yeah, a little jiu-jitsu in there too.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Sasha Banks.
And then they're like flamethrowing each other. Yeah. I was like, okay, that's kind of
I was like, oh, Sasha Banks is bae.
Yeah.
Sasha bae.
And she's talking more.
Yeah.
So
she was like, oh, I didn't know sidekicks could talk. I was like, motherfucker, aren't you a sidekick?
Yeah. I was a little confused though when so this is the thing, when I don't watch the Clone Wars, I feel like I'm missing stuff. So Bo Katan, when she saw Boba Fett, she was like, "You're not a Mandalorian."
She just recognized the voice.
Yeah,
I'm sure
there's clones, so she's heard that voice so many times.
Against the clone trooper.
Yeah, but isn't Boba Fett a Mandalorian?
His dad is.
Yeah, but by lineage, I feel
by lineage, yeah. But I think Bo Katan just doesn't acknowledge him as like her kind of Mandalorian,
like from the Mandalore.
Yeah, like because there's different subsets, and I mean we'll still research more on that, but that's the beauty of Star Wars lore. Like it's so deep, so in depth.
It is.
But yeah, they recruit each other, and like this is a full on squad. You have the Mandalorians, you have the
best shooters,
snipers,
Yeah.
you have Cara Dune, and then you have this fucking clone engineer.
Yeah, that's a good squad. It's a good squad.
I love the strategy of like they knew the Dark Troopers. I didn't know the Dark Troopers had to be in cold storage because they take up so much like energy.
Okay, I'm gonna talk about the Dark Troopers for a second. So
go ahead.
Okay, I was expecting more from the Dark Troopers.
Yeah.
Like I feel like they built them up to be like these like indestructible foes. Like it takes forever to bring them down.
Yeah.
But when I was watching Mando trying to fight one, I was like, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of weak spots you can hit. And then when he was like fighting Mando and he got him like in the corner trying to punch the helmet, I'm like, I don't see it. It's not that great. Like I know the Dark Troopers were in the Clone Wars too, right? Or Rebels, or one of those.
They're in the Legends.
Okay.
So Dark Troopers were in Legends, and now it's canon now.
Yeah, they're just regular droids to me with like a little more firepower.
If it's a video game, you just have to hold triangle a little bit longer just to beat them.
Right.
And like exactly like I think they just serve the purpose of like having like a upgraded level trooper and having like cool music, because when they came on, like
I like the theme songs.
It was like an EDM like and they had like the Darth Vader kind of like look, black and red. So I think it's just pure appearance wise, like they look sick.
They look cool, but they don't operate as cool as I thought they would, because they're slow as fuck when they're walking too.
And I thought it was going to be a cop out that they just like got absorbed by like space, and then all of a sudden they can fly back, and it looked like more that were coming back than actually left. So I don't know. That's a small detail that like I'm sure people would count, like how many troopers left.
Right. And there's a little small nitpick too. I feel like they could have came back a lot quicker than that. As soon as they went out, I feel like it took them 20 minutes to get back. They could have just went back right away.
Very convenient timing. Everything was convenient timing.
But again, the choreography, I wasn't that impressed when Mando was using his Beskar stuff. I'm just like, I'm cool. I was actually kind of getting bored watching
at that part.
Not bored. I wasn't getting as excited in this episode with the choreography compared to the last couple episodes. It wasn't that great.
True.
But now I understand why, probably,
because they saved everything for the last third.
Yeah.
And then so Mando, I love that he really utilized that Beskar steel, or like the spear.
Yeah.
Like towards the very end, and then so like Bo Katan, they take over the bridge to kill everybody. To your point again earlier, like the strategy of like the clone troopers or stormtroopers or whatever, they're just running around. But like, wouldn't you want to protect your asset, which is like Grogu here? There was nobody there protecting.
Yeah, besides Moff Gideon. Yeah. And
Moff Gideon was there, and he was holding the Darksaber. Oh man, it was hella cute when like Baby Yoda's like, got my handcuffs, man. Save me.
Yeah.
And Moff Gideon's just like using his sly like manipulation voice.
That was a great performance too. I liked him. You know he's a villain, so you know obviously he's turn his head and just like take advantage of the situation.
And he did his. I think he did mostly his own stunts. I don't think it was.
There's a couple parts where I can see a stunt.
Like the harder part.
Yeah.
But like. He looked like an older dude, but he was.
Oh, he's old.
Like I didn't expect him to like go all out.
He's like Count Dooku.
He was doing his thing.
Yeah,
he was fighting Mando. I love Mando. He like had the spear and he kicked it. He back kicked it. And then like hit him. What do you think about this choreography?
It was better than what I've seen earlier. It was nice to see Moff Gideon use the Darksaber.
Instead of just showing off.
Yeah, against the Beskar steel, which is pretty cool. But again, like. I don't know. There's something about the choreography in this episode that didn't impress me as much. But either way, it was nice to see them fight.
It was a good moment.
Yeah.
And you thought it was over there, but then like Moff Gideon still has like something up his sleeve. He's Mando saves Grogu, brings him back to the bridge. I love that he was just walking in casually with a Darksaber like on, and then she's like, "What happened?" And like Moff Gideon was saying like she's kind of upset because she has to win back the dark
Right,
saber.
right. I actually didn't know what was happening. I was like, what's up with this weird tension?
Yeah, Moff Gideon is like such a dick. He's instigating shit.
Yeah.
And he's like bloody lip too. And she was like, she has to beat you in combat for it. And he was like, I yield.
Yeah, just fucking take it.
Just take it.
Yeah.
And
it goes back to their like samurai code though. Like you can't just take shit. You have to earn it.
True.
Yeah.
I thought that was gonna be the final fight.
Me too. I was expecting them to fight on the bridge, but then
the Dark Troopers came back
the
on
Dark
time.
Troopers came back. Building tension again because I didn't know what was gonna happen. That was one moment. I was like, oh shit, what's gonna happen here?
Yeah, that's
Are they
true.
gonna fight?
And then he put Grogu down. He's
Yeah.
like, all right,
I got
final stand. How are we gonna get out of here?
Yeah, and Moff Gideon was just smirking. I was like, yeah, I got you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the only one to laugh. And then...
The best. Woo! When you see that X-Wing,
yeah.
I fucking knew it.
We
called it 2 weeks. I called it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I know you did.
We're saying like Luke is gonna be the one that senses him.
Yeah.
And as soon as you see the X-Wing,
no, actually, at first I thought it was the Asian dude.
the
Asian coming back with the X-Wing fighters to save them. But then I forgot who said it. Was like, it's only one X-Wing. I was like, why is there only one X-Wing? And then it clicked in my head as soon as he landed.
Yeah.
And then
you saw the hoodie.
He saw the robe.
Oh, the robe.
The camera. I'm like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
I'm getting goosebumps, bro.
Wait a minute.
And then he fucking like takes his lightsaber and his green is like,
yeah.
Oh, my God.
Not yet. The camera doesn't show the color.
Oh yeah. But in the like when he's walking, I guess on the plank, and you saw that green, I was like, I'm shitting myself.
And
right
the
now.
one black glove, I was like, what the fuck? Yeah. Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Luke.
I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it.
I watched it so many times, just that scene. I was I was pretty impressed.
I had to rewatch it because everyone was watching it last night.
Yeah.
So there was hella lagging. Yeah. So I saw Luke do so much of the same stunts over and over.
Yeah.
And then everybody doesn't know what's happening. Grogu's looking at the camera.
But Luke's scene, it was definitely a callback to Darth Vader.
Rogue One. Yeah,
it was exactly the same tone, like
side by, or like you put like Darth Vader here and Luke here, and they're just killing the shit out of everybody.
In close spaces again.
Oh shit! I almost broke your table.
Really?
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah.
So the Rogue One reference of Luke, he was like destroying the Dark Trooper from the inside out.
He was tearing shit up.
Yeah.
He was fighting like, this is the way we wanted Luke to fight from the very beginning.
Yeah.
Like not Return of the Jedi Luke, not Empire Luke, but this is like Luke trained.
Yeah.
He's been training for like 5 years now.
Master.
Yeah, he's a master. He knows how to use his lightsaber now. It's very smooth.
Yeah.
With the way he's taking shit down, he's deflecting lasers. We never seen Luke do that before.
It's actually like very fluid.
Yeah. It was like old style Jedi. Yeah. It was nice to see that.
Luke's entrance was so sick. He was just chopping everybody down. I love that Grogu was looking at the camera. He was like,
yeah, the music. Let's talk about the music.
Oh, the music was great.
Epic. It was like, holy shit. Yeah. This is like a revised version of A New Hope, I think. It sounded like
it's basically Luke's theme, like, but now.
Yeah, a little more epic. Yeah.
And he's just gracefully knocking everybody down, destroying the Dark Troopers. No one knows what the fuck's going on. And even when he got to the door, after he sliced everybody down Rogue One style, he got to the door. Everybody's like, should we open it? It's like, open the door.
Yeah.
Like,
Mando just said exactly what I was saying. He's like, open the fucking door.
Yeah, like, what
just
the fuck? Just
open
let him in, all right? We'll just tell him we come in peace. And Grogu was touching the TV. And so when he came in, Luke walks in. I thought he was just going to have the hoodie on the whole time.
Me too, actually.
I was praying to God, keep your hoodie on. Yeah. Keep your hoodie on. And he took it off.
Okay.
What the fuck?
Let's talk about that. So I texted you
Yeah.
The day of. I was like, man, we gotta review this because this is fucking epic. But I was trying to save my enthusiasm.
Mind's blown, yeah.
Because even though it was a great minute of Luke just being the Luke we always wanted, as soon as he took the hoodie off, we would see Mark Hamill back in CGI, Return of the Jedi, Mark Hamill. So
5 years older though.
That's the thing. It looks exactly like Luke Skywalker in Return of the Jedi, so he doesn't look like he aged. Matter of fact, he looks like he's younger than he was in Return of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Which is why I didn't like the fact that they did that, because it looks really off-putting. His face has no blemishes, no like creases. It's like a cardboard. version of Luke.
His face looks like those girls on YouTube that put too much contour. It was too glossy.
Like,
ladies,
bro,
come on,
like,
tone it down a
did
little
Luke
bit.
Put some foundation on his cheeks or something.
Yeah,
It was too clean, and the facial animation didn't move or move. I think it moved too much for some reason.
Like the mouth didn't match the face, like
Yeah.
the expression. At first, I was like, "Is that Mark Hamill's voice?"
Yeah.
I know it's his face, and it doesn't look like it fits the body.
Right,
too.
right.
Of course, the stunt person or the double.
Yeah,
It just didn't look weird. I was just like over analyzing. Like,
yeah.
what the fuck?
Because when you told me that rumor that Sebastian Stan was Sebastian Stan was supposed to be younger Luke. Okay.
That was just people's like casting theories.
Oh,
yeah, it's
that was
not
just their wants.
That's their wants.
Okay,
yeah.
But now that we saw that, I'm like, maybe they should have got him because they already have.
Yeah.
Disney already has him, so I was like, why don't you just use him to at least just be like the body for him at least, and just maybe like what they did for Paul Walker when he died,
the brother.
Yeah, the brother. Just have him, but like modify just a little bit. But yeah, it was just really like it really reminded me of Rogue One again when they did Leia and Tarkin.
Yeah,
but it actually looked worse than that.
Yeah.
For some reason.
And
this is 3 years later, and they still haven't perfected that.
Oh yeah, 3 years later from when like the Rogue One time.
Yeah,
I think I mainly blame the pandemic, probably like the production, like people were rushing it because you have to approve like the CGI or like your final product, and I think so, and probably over time they're gonna fix it, like on their streaming, like they're gonna fix it over time.
They're gonna patch it.
They're gonna patch it. Like
bit.
George Lucas did that with the other Star Wars shit. He actually overdid it.
Yeah,
but
true.
I think Matt perfectly summed up this moment when he texted me. He was like, "I appreciate Luke's appearance, but not his appearance."
Like his actual appearance.
His actual face.
It was really bad.
And then so
but again,
the moment
having Luke here it brought a tear to my eye.
Yeah,
I was like, man, we've come so far in technology. We can do this.
And you asked for it too. Like you wanted to see more Jedis, like because Star Wars is about Jedis, and like that's what made all of us fans about it.
Yeah.
And Luke, like when I was growing up, Anakin was my guy.
Yeah.
And Luke was like, the previous generation. But this moment just it made me think like Luke is the one, dude.
For our TikTokers, this is like a LeBron MJ conversation again. People love Luke, the older people, but a lot of the younger people love Anakin. Yeah, like they love Anakin.
I love Anakin just because like potential. He had so much potential.
Character wise.
His acting was horrible.
Yeah,
but like, you mean Anakin? And George Lucas said Anakin is the whole story.
No, I know that, but I'm saying like. People are they saying LeBron's their best player? Anakin is your Jedi. Luke was mine because growing up because I liked him better.
I think because Anakin, like there was more choreography in the prequels than the original one.
But that's what I'm saying. Yeah. Anakin's like he has all the stats like LeBron, but Luke was the OG.
Let us know who you like, Anakin or Luke Skywalker. That's the debate.
He's the GOAT.
Who's the real GOAT of the Jedi?
This Luke is the GOAT. Like man. I love seeing Luke actually have finesse to his lightsaber skills. It was really cool to see that.
And he's shorter. He's shorter than a lot of other guys.
Yeah.
So like, you want to see speed, like da 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 da.
And grace, like you said earlier.
And
then when he crushed the droid, I think Jeremy Jan said this. He's like, okay, you're definitely Anakin's son because no other Jedi would try to do that kind of stuff.
It's fucked up, man. Yeah. He's just a droid.
I know.
Leave him alone, bro.
Just swipe him. It's fine. But he took the extra time to just like get you.
And then Darth Vader's in heaven. He's like, that's my boy. Like how it should have ended. I have a son. I have a son, everybody.
Yeah, but it was a great moment. But yeah, as soon as Luke arrived, we knew since episode 13 or chapter 13 that
14.
Oh, sorry, 14. That when Yoda went on that precipice or the temple, they're trying to signal a Jedi. There's only one Jedi at that time that was actively
recruiting.
Yeah, he was recruiting, but he was active. He was still a Jedi.
Oh yeah.
So
running around the galaxy.
Yeah.
Hey, you want to join my team?
I just didn't expect them to be here so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought they were gonna wait till next season, but yeah, this is a pleasant surprise.
And so this moment when Grogu, Mando was like, "Oh, he doesn't want to go with you," and then Luke is like, "No, he just wants your permission." Signed a waiver for him real quick. And then this was probably my favorite moment, just because like, what it meant. So Mando is basically saying like, "Hey kid, like it's, you can go with him now. He's one of your kind.
And he's gonna train you.
And Grogu's just looking at him, and Grogu like touches his helmet, and then Pedro Pascal, the actor, takes off his helmet. You see his face.
Very good moment.
And like they look eye to eye. Like Grogu finally gets to see his dad, his adoptive father.
Yeah, I'm gonna see you with my own eyes for the last time.
Yeah,
not through a mask.
And Grogu actually touched him too.
Yeah,
and probably ever since Din was a kid, he hasn't had like physical intimacy with other people because of the Mandalorian creed. So I thought that was a beautiful moment. And then Grogu starts walking over and he sees R2D2.
Yeah,
and
I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about R2.
Wait, R2's here.
And then people are associating that R2 might have been the one that saved Grogu in the Jedi Temple when Anakin was like killing all the younglings. R2 might have been the one that saved them. But I counter that argument because they said that R2D2 and C3PO got their memory wiped.
Yeah, I thought R2 was with Obi-Wan when he went to...
Yeah, so I don't know. I got to look back at that, but that's what people are saying.
Okay.
That R2 might have been the one that saved Grogu in the Jedi Temple.
I could have sworn he was with Padme.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was C3PO, I forgot.
We're going to have to watch my favorite Star Wars movie. Matt's least.
Yeah, I teared up. Actually, I got really emotional because we followed these guys for only 16 chapters. And it's like, we're finally here at this moment where he has to...
No more buds.
Buds. I know. No more son-father moments. Because during the past at least 4 episodes, he really got into that father role. He's like proud of his son. Like he's proud of him having a name now. He can call him something. So it just came to a nice climax.
I think Mando should have gave him the ball because it was still in his pocket.
Yeah, that would be cool.
I think that was a missed opportunity there.
Yeah.
So you see Mando's face, like everybody knows how he looks now, and then Grogu goes to Luke and he's like, "Carry me," and then Luke carries him. So you go from Mando's face to fucking Luke's CGI face. I'm just like, what the fuck? I can't get used to this.
Yeah, I think that's the part I didn't like because he was just so stiff in his facial animation. Yeah. Like they could have done more. Like I think ILM could have done a little bit more, took more liberty to make it more realistic instead of just him having the same stiff face. Like I don't know,
but I guess.
But it's just a cameo.
It's the result of 2020.
Yeah, I guess.
Not everybody has time to.
But this is arguably the biggest moment in
Star Wars history.
Star Wars history, and you guys probably should have took a little more time to make it better. A little bit better. Because it was still good, but just I wanted it to be perfect.
I think the Luke moment is kind of like the essay you turn in. You could have had like one more draft,
right?
And you probably would have been an A+.
Exactly.
But you gave me a
B+.
A B+.
Yeah.
B+ effort.
Yeah.
A-, why not A?
Exactly.
And then so that was super emotional scene, and I love that like the door closed, and like it ended. Like the season basically ended and there was no more concept art, and that moment when the thing closed and you see everybody and you just see Pedro Pascal's face, I was like, is this the end of the series?
Yeah,
like because I didn't hear anything about season 3, and then it was a long credits.
Yeah, I saw the time. It was like
me too.
Yeah, when it said 4 minutes, I'm like, okay, wait, there has to be like a post credit scene somewhere. And then I fast forward, it's like, oh, okay, there is something.
So Climbing Comics, you pointed it out. There is a post credit scene, and
is this the first one they've had?
Yeah, I think so. Or I don't remember, but like.
Oh wait, no, I think Boba Fett when they revealed him the first time, I think that was a post credit.
Oh, with Fennec, yeah, that's a post credit scene.
Okay, every time they do post credit, it has something to do with Boba Fett.
Yeah,
I think so.
And so he goes back. I saw the palace, and I was like, oh, that's fucking Tatooine. We're back on Tatooine. That's fucking favorite planet. And then we see Jabba the Hutt's his old palace, and then the ugly dude is still alive, hella fat now.
Well, not fat. He has like a big ass neck.
Yeah,
he didn't look like his body didn't look any fatter, but his neck looked weird for some reason.
He looked like what everyone looks like in 2020.
Yeah, and
I gained hella weight.
They have that same slave they had the first time.
It's the same slave, but
it's
not the same actress.
It's the same race.
Yeah,
same race. She died in the Return of the Jedi. She got eaten, right?
I forget. Is it the one that was dancing?
The one that was dancing because I think Jabba the Hutt dropped her into the pit.
Yeah.
I think she died.
I forget.
I could be wrong.
Like when George Lucas reshot that scene, it's the same actress, but this is not the same actress.
Yeah.
I could have sworn this actress is Asian again.
Exactly.
This is
That's
like Asian number 8. So how many Asians have we had this season, Matt? There was like
1 per episode at least.
So there's 8 episodes, so there must have been 8 fucking Asians in this season. Again, we love representation, but
I'm
goddamn.
gonna make a video. I swear to God, I'm gonna make it. People, I'm surprised no one has really talked about it.
Cinema Sins. This is gonna be Asian Sin counter.
Not Asian sin, Asian spot. I don't know.
Yeah, I spy Asians.
Because it's not a sin for.
It's not a sin
to be in Star Wars.
Asians are all over. Like, I don't know. We should take a shot every time we see an Asian.
I know, seriously. Make a game out of it. Every time you see an Asian person, take a shot of soju.
Don't count Mulan, because that's like every goddamn scene. You'll be drunk.
Yeah. So Fennec is actually with him. So she's the first person to walk down the stairs. I don't think it was a full recreation because it looked a little different. Yeah, it looked a little too light because remember the OG was like really shadowy dark. And had smoke or whatever. Boba Fett claims whatever.
He basically claims the underworld.
Yeah, what do they call? I forgot what they called it. I could have sworn they had a name for that gang. Yeah, it's like a gang. Jabba the Hutt's people. I'll research it later.
Basically, the crime underworld.
Yeah, because there wasn't that many people there.
Yeah,
so there's probably like four people. So it's obviously decreased in numbers over the years. It's
5 years later. Boba Fett comes back after being in the Sarlacc pit.
Yeah, I was expecting to see that stupid little creature, the one I was laughing all the time.
Oh yeah. I think he died.
He died.
This word, he died with Jabba.
Okay.
That little ugly ass little creature.
Yeah, the one that was laughing all the time.
Fucking fake ass gremlin.
Yeah, but then. Boba Fett, he starts to sit down. Fennec is drinking blue milk.
Yeah, that's
nice little callback.
She's just chilling.
Yeah, I don't think she really drank anything because like
she looked like she actually.
Yeah, and then the final title screen, it says Book of Boba Fett.
The Book of Boba Fett.
I wasn't impressed with the title.
Yeah, I was like, shit.
That's the best thing you guys could have done.
I was like, man, so is this a comic book we gotta fucking purchase? But I love that because there was announcements last week, an Investor Day, of like all the series that are coming out. Fennec's gonna have one, Ahsoka's gonna have one, Obi-Wan's of course having one. But they saved this announcement for this episode.
Yeah, which is cool.
Which was like really cool. And like if you look at our previous reviews, we were talking about like, is Boba Fett gonna have his own series? Yeah. Is Boba Fett gonna be like a super important part of the Mandalorians?
Yeah.
Is he gonna be?
He is now.
He is. Well, he's gonna do his own thing now. Because like before, I was thinking like, is he just gonna be with Mando forever, the rest of the series? And he has nothing to do with Mandalore. Yeah. Like, he doesn't care about bringing that planet back.
Well, he said in the early episode that he's just gonna be with Mando until he gets the kid back, and then he's gonna go off and do his own thing.
So I like that.
Yeah, and then I was kind of surprised Fennec stayed with him, but she's gonna repay her life debt, I guess.
And so she'll be a cool. I don't know if they're gonna date or anything. Like
that'd be cool. I'm okay with that. She needs someone.
Matt.
It'll be a tragedy for her not to have anybody.
Matt's crush.
Yeah.
This whole season is
crushing a little too hard on
Fennec Mulan, who's 57 now. Mine is Sasha Bay.
Yeah. So it ends on that note, and then I was surprised with the release date. It's next year. So December 2021.
For Boba Fett.
But if that's the case, if Mandalorian has a season 3, I don't know if they're gonna coincide with each other or be released side by side, because that's usually that time period for Mandalorian to come back.
November, December.
Yeah, November, December. So, and with all these other shows too, I don't know how that's gonna work release wise.
Very true. Next year's gonna have like a huge. There's just a lot on the plate, and it's overwhelming because now Disney's finally like has content for us to watch and review, but I hope Mandalorian doesn't get lost in the fray of things, because Mando is really the one that brought my interest back after the sequel trilogy. This
series is a springboard for like a lot of other spin-offs, which is good, but now Mandalorian, I feel like it's gonna take a backseat for a while. Yeah. So my question to you is, would you want a season 3 for Mandalorian now that the Grogu Mando story arc is done?
I think, because I think there's still unanswered questions of like, because Mando has Darksaber. They're just not going to end it there. Like, they have to develop that story of like, okay, taking Mandalore back. And it'd be cool for us, like folks that maybe haven't watched the Rebels or Clone Wars.
I'm going to do it.
We're going to watch it now.
We're going to watch it now.
But like, okay, there's so much about this Mandalore we need to see it now in live action. And maybe that tension between him and Bo Katan, like, is she gonna be with him? Is she gonna follow his orders or whatever? It's kind of like that like kid that grew up poor but is now knighted as the king, and he didn't expect to be king. Like the theme of Star Wars is always trilogy, so why not finish it? And he did say he's gonna see the kid back, so it'd be a nice thing, like see his son, like, hey, how's summer camp with Luke?
Right.
He didn't kill you like Kylo did he?
Yeah. So, man, there's just too much to talk about now. Since Grogu is now with Luke, so now he's obviously gonna start his new temple. Yeah. Which we're gonna see Kylo maybe at some point, a young Kylo.
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Kylo's too young still.
Grogu's young.
Grogu's 50.
Yeah, they're supposed to start as Padawans. Like,
it's been 5 years. I don't know when was Ben born.
Well, for Jedis, remember Yoda said that Anakin was too old when he was starting his training. So if Kylo is like 5 or 4, this is the perfect time for him to.
Do you think Leia and Han had a baby that fast?
Yeah, because Kylo had to be at least 25, 30 to 30. That's not. I mean,
damn, they smashed right away.
Exactly. Yeah. So I don't know. I feel like since they did Luke now, I bet you they're gonna bring back Leia and Han in that form. Now, I mean, Harrison's
CGI.
Still yep.
Again.
Yep. I guarantee you. I'm gonna call it right now. They're gonna show up in one of the shows they're doing.
Like Leia when she's actually training as a Jedi.
Yeah, that too. That too. Because I forgot about that in Rise of Skywalker. We already saw them two CGI.
Interacting.
Yeah. But
I think for me, I don't want to see anymore. After, like, I wouldn't want to see Luke's academy too much. I would want more, like, okay, the pressure of having. We talked about, like, the show is Mando and Baby Yoda. Now season 3, you can just capitalize on Mando now, like focus on his story. Yeah. And then,
but do we want to see Mando without Grogu? Because for this whole show, it's been them two the whole time.
I don't see the purpose of having them together too much now.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going to be a completely different show.
Yeah. Do I want to see it? I mean, I'm fine with it now. I've like conceded where, like, okay, he finished the job. Yeah. I wouldn't want like a longer journey with them together. So
because remember, a lot of people actually tuned into the show because of Grogu,
Baby Yoda. Yeah.
So I don't know if
all the memers are gonna be like, shit, what am I gonna do now?
Yeah. He's gonna come back, obviously. Yeah. I don't know at what capacity, but
I can't. Okay, so now I'm admitting that I want to see Mando get reunited with that girl that he was crushing on, just because, like, okay. After season 3, just have him settle down, and that'd be it. That's where I think it's going to lead to.
Yeah, I think they're going to have one more season. I think that
they should.
Because after this, there's not much more he can. There's, as far as his story is concerned, there's not much more he can do besides maybe take Mandalore. Maybe he's going to claim that throne. Yeah, who knows? Or it's either that or he's going to settle down. Yeah, that's the only 2 routes he has.
He's probably going to be just like, all right, Bo Katan, take this fucking dark saber. All right, I fucking give it to you.
It's like
you want it so fucking bad.
Episode 1 is just him just saying, "Take the fucking thing. I want to go." It's like, no, I can't. And she's not gonna win if he has that fucking armor.
Yeah,
like
she ain't gonna win.
She's not gonna win that fight. Yeah. So she might do some slash shit and try to. I don't know.
Yeah, but I trust Jon Favreau. We'll see where it goes.
Good job this season, man. Props to you, Jon Favreau. Great season. The best.
Dave Filoni.
Dave Filoni too. He's from Clone Wars, right? Yeah. Okay.
The GOAT of Star Wars right now. Just give him everything to handle.
Okay. So quick thing before we end this episode. I want to talk about the live action shows they announced. So we talked about Obi-Wan Kenobi. Super hyped for that.
Yes.
Ewan McGregor is coming back.
We've been calling for it for years.
Yeah. I don't like the fact that they're doing shows like this because we already know how Obi-Wan ends up. I've seen it anyway, so I don't know what story they're going to do for him on Tatooine.
And there's going to be a rematch.
With Darth Maul?
No. Oh. With Darth Vader. Hayden Christensen's in Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Oh, you think he's going to...
He's in it.
I thought they were going to bring him back for, like, flashbacks.
No.
That's what I was thinking.
I think maybe flashbacks, but people are saying that there might be a rematch of the century.
Okay.
So, and it wouldn't make sense because, like, You see them older in New Hope,
Yeah.
and then you think that Ben Kenobi or Obi-Wan Kenobi was on Tatooine this whole entire time. So they might see him.
I only say that because if Hayden's back,
yeah,
he's not going to be Hayden anymore. He has to be Darth Vader.
Yeah,
so it's going to be what's his name? Lion King.
Oh, James Earl.
Yeah,
Jones.
it has to be Earl James.
The voice.
Yeah,
I think they're just gonna give the honor of Hayden actually being the body,
which is flat. That's pointless. Then what's the point of doing that?
Yeah, well,
you have to have his face if you're gonna have him back. So he's gonna be in flashbacks. That's what I'm.
You think it'd be flashback? I think he's just gonna
or like Force telecommunication. I don't know, but he can't be Anakin anymore. He has to be Darth Vader.
I expected Hayden to be Darth Vader because I seen Hayden in that actual suit in Episode 3, and then.
Yeah, just because.
Yeah, I mean, bring him back. No one wants to see him like his face because people like are so like hate him so much.
Yeah.
For the prequels, but if you just put him in the suit and just acting around, I think that's fine enough because he hasn't been acting anyways.
Yeah,
like he took a long break.
He's not a great actor, anyways.
Yeah, so like I think it's just doing him a good like
service.
Like, hey, dude, we're bringing everyone back.
Yeah,
just be Darth Vader. The thing that everyone wants you to be.
Yeah.
And then that's fine with me. It doesn't have to be too much. Just like that kind of like a service to him.
Yeah.
Because of all the flack he had.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
And I already see that it's only 6 episodes, so I want this to be a one-off. I don't want it to be a whole season or what Mandalorian is doing right now. I want it to just be a definitive like limited series.
Like 18 years, 16 years.
Yeah.
Like him seeing Luke grow up and like saving him like
they're probably going to bring back the aunt and uncle too.
So, oh shit.
Yeah.
Like I want to see that conversation. Like I'm sure Obi-Wan wants to train him, but they're refusing because they know that his stepbrother.
Because remember in the OG Star Wars, they're saying he's like a senile old man. They don't want anything to do with him. So there's going to be some interaction between those two.
It's kind of like Harry Potter. They don't want Sirius Black to raise Harry Potter.
Yeah, exactly. And then we have the Ahsoka series. I'm excited for that now.
Yeah.
Rosario Dawson's going to come back, reprise her role. So I don't know what they're going to do with that. It's going to be a total surprise to me. They have Andor. I don't know what that is. Lando, I was surprised to see that. I wasn't expecting.
What the fuck is Lando? Is Childish Gambino coming back?
No, I don't think so. He has no time for that. So I don't even want a Lando series, to be honest. Rangers of the New Republic, I don't know what that is either, but Jon Favreau's doing that, so if he's behind that, I'm all for it. His track record's been really great. And then Acolyte, I don't know what that is. So.
Yeah. So all the other ones we don't know what they are. I think we're just gonna give it a shot, like when it does come out, depending if it's animated or live action.
Okay, so now we're saying that it's a female-centric live-action show, so it's strictly for the ladies, women empowerment.
But Star Wars, I think it's going in a great direction now.
Yeah.
It redeemed itself after the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, we don't actually need movies anymore.
Yeah.
They're just going to stick to live-action TV shows from now on.
Disney, you're taking so much of my money on a yearly basis now.
Yeah.
Fuck it. Whatever.
No, now it's worth it. I feel like you're getting your money's worth now. Just do not raise the prices. If you do it better be just like $1. They
will.
Yeah.
Netflix is going up according to you.
Yeah. So, Mandalorian Season 2, what would you rate it? Overall
8.5 out of 10.
Okay.
Just the sheer like grand scale of things, like everything was like bigger in the early episodes. I think it did a great fan service with including Bo Katan, Ahsoka Tano, Moff Gideon's character, bringing back like stories of like the legend of the Dark Troopers. So I think this season made me really want to watch Clone Wars now, Rebels, and looking forward to everything. So I don't know how you can top this. This is probably like the Empire Strikes Back of like Mandalorian.
We'll see. Yeah. We'll see. Yeah, for sure. What was your favorite episode of this season?
Favorite episode? Shoot, I'm trying to think of everything. Because every week Matt said that was his favorite episode. But shoot, I don't know.
The tragedy is my favorite episode.
Which one was that again? Oh, Boba when he got kidnapped. The savage moment.
Yeah. That whole episode was like, from top to bottom, it's entertaining to me. But my favorite moment, Luke. Probably in all Star Wars now. It's Luke. Yeah. Luke.
I think maybe it's a recency bias, but probably this episode was the best for me. Just like you said, like the moment, how much it meant for everything, and like past, present, and future. And like that goodbye scene with Baby Grogu and Luke. I mean, Mando. Like, you can't beat that.
Yeah.
And so
it paid off. It paid off. I actually felt really sad. I didn't want them to separate.
Yeah.
I felt bad for Mando.
That's summer camp. He'll see him.
We'll see.
But yes, that wraps up season 2 finale. Thank you everyone that's been following us along the way. This was a long review. This is our longest review. For 8 weeks worth.
In a while. Yeah. We actually did a whole season of a show. Mm-hmm. That's the first thing. Yeah.
Nice.
High five for that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So that wraps up our Mandalorian reviews for a while. We're going to take a break this holiday season. We're going to come back when WandaVision releases. So in January, we're going to do some new episodes, but we're going to have some content in between too. Thank you guys for watching us. We really appreciate all the feedback, even the negative feedback too. Like, it's kind of fun arguing with some of you assholes too. So
yeah, and we got better lighting now, thanks to Matt's girlfriend.
I know. Thank you, Samantha.
So if we look a lot more cuter,
if we look better, it's because of her.
We're light-skinned Filipinos now.
Bro, but thank you guys so much, bro. Yeah. We really appreciate it.
This was a great ending to 2020.
Yeah.
This podcast has been a great relief for us.
But we got a lot more coming, so
yeah,
look forward to that.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. So if you guys liked our videos or this video, subscribe to our channel. We're on all platforms now. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, pretty much anywhere that does any type of entertainment, we're on it now. So check out our content. We have so much in the backlog. Look forward to new content in the future. You want to send it out?
Let's send it out. So, from the top of the dome
to the back of the pack,
we are
the Top Back Podcast. Peace.